Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the morning phone call. We start with technical and derivatives. So during the last week, we saw that there was some slight recovery in the market. But then, if you see the market had close at 19,638. It was the end of the month, and we saw that Nifty was up by 2% on month-on-month basis. And largely, if we see the chart pattern for the over the last 12 weeks, the Nifty is in the range 19,200 and 20,000. So this has been the range, and the immediate range was 19,500 and 19,800 levels. So now I look if you look at the chart pattern, 19,500 is the demand zone, and after that 19,200. So I believe if there is any correction, this level will act as a support. 19,200 is like to act as a major support for the month of October. And we are right now, at least for this current week, we are expecting a range bound kind of a view for the Nifty. Decline should be viewed as a buying opportunity. There are sector specific like pharma, healthcare, and selected metal space PSU banks, whereas IT, there are results are there. So these are the few sectors there can be some momentum can be seen. Healthcare specifically is extremely bullish, healthcare and pharma. In healthcare, Apollo Hospital, Glenmark, Ipta Lab, Lalpath Lab, these are the stocks which are looking positive on charts. In pharma space, Sun Pharma and Lupin is looking positive. After that, even the Nifty infra space is looking good. So the stocks like DLF, Grasim can be kept in a watch list from the positive bullish point of view. In the realty space, DLF and Loda is looking good. So I think the market, this would be a more of a stock specific market. And from the, I would like to say from the positional point of view, there are few stocks like MCX and Hindustan Copper are looking extremely positive from the long term time frame. So we need to keep a watch on this. Coming to Bank Nifty, so Bank Nifty was marginally up from month on month basis, 0.64%. The immediate range for the Bank Nifty is 45,000 and 44,000. On a larger note, the range would be 43,000 and 46,000. So this until and unless 43,000 and 46,000 is not broken, the directional move will not come. We'll be trading in the range one kind of a view in the move. In the banking space, only the HDFC Bank and Kotak. These are the two banks which are not performing. All the other banks, I believe, whenever there is a whenever the index come to the support level, always the buying opportunity will be there. So now coming to the derivatives data, so there was a short covering in Nifty futures to the tune of 25.86%. The put call ratio has gained from 0.84 to 1.03 ratio. And the call writing was seen as 19,500, 19,700 and 19,800. So this is was the call writing, which may act as a resistance. Put writing was seen as 19,500 and 19,600. So this should act as a support. In case of Bank Nifty has also seen a short covering to the tune of 17.87%. The put call ratio has gained from 0.77 to 0.90. So this is good. The call writing was seen as at 45,000 and 44,700. So this would be a resistance from the derivatives point of view. And the put writing at 44,300 and 44,500. So this would be the support. If we look at the FI index data, so again they went short close to 8,000 contract. They are net short by 65,000 contract, and the long short ratio now stands at 28%. So so the so that's a technical view for the week. We are concluding that it will be more of a range bound activity with buy on decline kind of a strategy. So that's the view. I'll hand over to Vishal sir for more research updates. Thank you.
Hi, good morning all. A couple of fundamental news from my end. First one on Birlasoft. So Birlasoft CEO has highlighted that in a bid to achieve $1 billion aspiration, it plans to increase its revenue contribution from non-US markets. The company has not given any time frame for achieving that 1 billion, but the strategy is that they would be looking for organic and inorganic expansion. The company will be hiring senior leadership by next year for the non-US markets and devise a go-to-market strategy. Initially, it plans to focus on selective countries in multiple regions like continental Europe, Asia Pacific, Middle East to drive growth in terms of non-US markets. In terms of service lines, the company will be focusing on BFSI, ENU, and that is what the company has highlighted. This bodes well for Birlasoft in terms of long-term strategy. The company will be watching out in the next couple of quarters how the growth will pan out, and then they will be aiming for the longer term target. In terms of Newgen Software Limited has executed an agreement for developing and implementation of end-to-end digital transformation. The aggregate value of this deal is 29 crores over a period of 5 years. So annually, it will contribute 0.6%. This bodes well for Newgen. Newgen is also expected to report healthy numbers. In terms of PVR and Inox, the company has opened a 7-screen multiplex in Punjab. This is part of its 125 screen expansion this year and bodes well for the company. In terms of Manorama Industry, so we met the promoters, Mrs. Vinita Saraf, CFO, Ashok Jain, and of Manorama Industries. The company is on the verge of commencing its newly set up capacity. The company targets sales of 5.5 billion in FY24 and aims to ramp up to 7 to 8 billion in FY25. At full capacity, it plans to generate sales of around 12 to 13 billion. Its operating margins have been stable in the past quarters at 15%. However, the management believes that in FY25, it could go up to 18 to 20%. So Q4 FY24 should likely see a meaningful ramp up of its upcoming facility. The company has no long-term debt. In coming 2 years, the company will have little capex and high free cash flow as it ramps up its new plant. Working capital will largely be funded with loans. Its upcoming 300 TPD extraction plant will also save on additional cost and yield improvement. Also, the company should be able to have better control over production, inventory, and efficient working capital cycle. So we have a neutral rating for this. For APL and Apollo, we visited APL Apollo's newly set up 1.2 million ton plant in Raipur and interacted with its CSO, Mr. Anubhav Gupta. The plant is set up with the focus on value-added products. Currently, the Raipur plant is running on a monthly run rate of 25 KT, which is likely to reach a run rate of 60 to 70 KT by the end of Q4 FY24. In FY25, there should be meaningful contribution from Raipur plant, with volumes likely at 0.8 to 1 million ton. Also, there should be meaningful improvement in profitability as operating leverage kicks in. The recent upside in the stock has capped its upside, and we'll have a close watch on it on H2 FY24. For VIP Industries, media reports suggest that the promoters are selling out its stake, which is worth rupees 49 billion. However, there is no confirmation of the same. For Federal Bank, the bank's gross advances have grown 20%. Retail credit has grown by 22% and wholesale by 17%. And overall deposit has grown 23%. Overall, a decent set and good set of numbers from Federal Bank, and we have a positive view. For IndusInd Bank, the bank's net advances grew by 21% YOY and deposit grew by 14%. CASA ratio has also declined further to 39.4%. We have a positive view on IndusInd Bank as well. For Ultratech Cement, the Ultratech reported Q2 FY24 sales. The consolidated sales stood at 26.69 million ton. That is 15.54% more compared to Q2 FY23, which is quite healthy. The company is constantly gaining market share and ramping up the utilization from recent capacity, which have been added during the monsoon. And we have a hold rating. This news is positive for the stock. That's it from my end. Over to you, Prabhakar.
Good morning, team. There are many stocks to watch. We had 3 days of holidays. So Federal Bank, where the numbers were good, is something to watch out for. Deepak Fertilizer, they have posted a presentation which says their ammonia unit is in operation and they are meeting a lot of funds on 5th and 6th of October, and only buy side they are meeting. So that is a stock to watch. DLF in one statement has said, whatever project they have started in a small city has sold out fully. Now that is something very positive for real estate companies. So DLF is also a stock to watch. And NMDC, they have hiked the prices in the weekend, from October 1st. And even steel prices are likely to be raised, and the demand for steel is improving, which is very positive for NMDC. NMDC is a stock to watch. On the negative side, Vedanta said that they will demerge their business. It is very negative because the way the corporate governance structure is there, they paid huge dividend where 70% stake. Later, the promoter, after sucking all the money from the group, he started reducing the merger. It doesn't argue well for a corporate governance perspective. And there was a report on Reliance which I posted in our group. You can go through it. There are few things which the report is saying. One thing is the auditor C&S is there in Reliance from 1978. And debt, at one point of time, Reliance said they will be a debt-free company. But now the debt is almost 3,10,000 crore and it is increasing. And one more thing is, Saudi Ramco chairman is HEAL Rumayan. He is there as a shareholder of RIL. He is a director there. Now he holds stake. RIL's whole stakes in Saudi Ramco and PIF also is held by him. And Saudi Ramco is a supplier to RIL. So there is a lot of related party transaction there. And at last, no, there is in this balance sheet, how many subsidiaries Reliance is holding is now informed. So they have 337 subsidiaries and 81 is yet to commence operation. And they have 179 joint ventures and associates. So there are a lot of related party transaction, which is opaque. That is what the report says. And many businesses still needs money to sustain. They started geofinance, where the business is still not rolling out. So many things are there. So they are very negative. This report is talking about negative. But for me, now each business will go to different gates. Now we have seen when Dhirubhai Ambani started a business, he had two sons, Anil Ambani and Mukesh Ambani, where one of his sons was successful, Mukesh, whereas Anil Ambani failed. Now, Mukesh has 3 kids. Now, and 3 kids will be given 3 different business verticals, which will be successful, which will fail, nobody knows. So I'm not too convinced about the business model which they have created. They have created a lot of cross-holding, and there is a lot of investment which is needed. And there was one news where they have cut, government has cut natural gas prices for difficult thing. That also will start to impact Reliance, which enjoyed a higher price. So there are few things which I'm not too comfortable with Reliance. When we buy, we need a lot of conviction. And Apollo Micro Systems, they propose to set up a state-of-art defense equipment manufacturing facility in Hardware Park, Hyderabad, subject to board approval, with a total investment of 150 crores. They will add 3 lakh square feet. Company presently has only 55,000 square feet in multiple locations, in 3 activity and 3 locations. So that is what they have said. So the new thing, which is 3 lakh square feet, will be very good, and it comes with DRDO technology. So that is something important. Moil, they have said that the highest ever 6 monthly numbers they have given. 6 monthly production is 45% higher year-on-year basis. Sales is higher by 54% year-on-year basis. So the production was 8.15 million tons for a first half. And they also said they have done highest ever productivity of electrolysis manganese dioxide. They call it as EMD, which is 100% import substitute, mostly used in pharma and batteries. So the growth was almost 26%. So this is something to watch out for. So Ashok Leyland has bagged the order for 1,282 buses from Gujarat State Transport Corporation, which will be 55-seater BS6 vehicle, diesel vehicle. So it is not EV vehicle. Prism Johnson Greenfield Time Production plant in West Bengal with a production capacity of 6.3 MSM per annum has commenced trial production. GST India has mocked up 1.63 lakh crore. It is higher by 10%. But if you compare the last 6 months number, nothing great. I was thinking the number of bills which were generated, we will have a very high number. That has not happened. So slight disappointment on the GST number. MGL has reduced the price of CNG by 3 rupees 3 a kg. It will be 76, and PNG they have reduced by 2 per SCM. It will be 47. So it is something very positive for MGL. Valuation by MGL trades very attractive. Result season is starting soon. So we have TCS on 11th, Infosys, HCL Tech, HDFC AMC on 12th October. So now result season will make things different. And Karur Vaishya Bank came with the numbers, provisional numbers, not so great compared to Federal Bank and IndusInd Bank. In banking, we prefer IndusInd and Federal Bank higher than this. Auto numbers were also good. And one more data is this quarter PV sales, passenger vehicle sales, is one of the highest ever recorded in India. And Hyundai also made a record that their highest ever monthly production and sales has been highest ever for them since production in 2000. So these are important data. Over to you, team.
या थैंक यू सर एंड गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन। तो स्टार्ट करते हैं आज के हिंदी अपडेट्स के साथ। सो फर्स्ट अपडेट जो है वो है फेडरल बैंक के ऊपर, जिसके नंबर जो है ओवरऑल काफी अच्छे आए थे। एक पॉजिटिव अपडेट होगा फेडरल बैंक के लिए आज के सेशन में। दीपक फर्टिलाइजर्स की अगर बात करें तो इनका जो एक अमोनिया यूनिट है वो ऑपरेशन में रहेगा, विच विल बोड वेल फॉर दीपक फर्टिलाइजर्स। इसके साथ साथ कुछ स्टॉक्स जिनकी अगर बात करें जिन पे एक पॉजिटिव नजर रखी जा सकती है आज के सेशन में, तो डीएलएफ है, जहाँ पे कंपनी के जो स्मॉल सिटी प्रोजेक्ट्स है वो फुल्ली सोल्ड आउट हो चुके हैं। सो एक काफी पॉजिटिव अपडेट रहेगा डीएलएफ के लिए। इसी के साथ स्टील प्राइसेस जो है उसमें डिमांड बढ़ने की वजह से स्टील के प्राइसेस जो है वो काफी राइज हो रहे हैं पिछले कुछ दिनों में। सो ये एक पॉजिटिव अपडेट रहेगा एनएमडीसी जैसी कंपनी के लिए। रिलायंस की रिपोर्ट की अगर बात करें तो यहाँ पे एक थोड़ा सा नेगेटिव आउटलुक निकल के आ रहा है। जहाँ पे कंपनी एक डेट फ्री कंपनी होने का प्लान कर रही थी, वही आज के डेट में अगर इनका डेट देखे तो ₹3,10,000 तक पहुंच गया है, जो एक पॉजिटिव अपडेट नहीं होगा रिलायंस के लिए। सऊदी अरेमको जो है ये इनका मेजर सप्लायर है। तो ओवरऑल अगर रिलायंस इंडस्ट्रीज की बात करें तो इनके काफी सारे जो है क्रॉस होल्डिंग बिजनेसेस निकल के आ रहे हैं। 337 सब्सिडरीज है इनकी, एट द सेम टाइम 179 जॉइंट वेंचर्स है। तो काफी सारे रिलेटेड पार्टी ऑपरेशन यहाँ पे हो रहे हैं। बहुत सारे बिजनेसेस जो कंपनी के हैं वो बहुत अच्छे से रोल आउट नहीं हो रहे हैं ऑफ लेट, जिसका एक एग्जांपल है जियो फाइनेंस। सो ओवरऑल अगर देखें तो एक थोड़ा सा कॉशियस आउटलुक रहेगा रिलायंस के बिजनेस मॉडल पे एंड रिलायंस के स्टॉक प्राइस पे गोइंग इनटू द नेक्स्ट फ्यू मंथ्स। मॉइल की अगर बात करें तो कंपनी ने हाईएस्ट एवर 6 मंथली नंबर्स जनरेट किए हैं। सेल्स देखे कंपनी का तो यहाँ पे 54% की एक बढ़ोतरी दिखी है ईयर ऑन ईयर बेसिस पे, जबकि इन्होंने अपना हाईएस्ट जो है प्रोडक्शन किया है इलेक्ट्रोलाइसिस मैंगनीज डाइऑक्साइड का। सो ओवरऑल काफी पॉजिटिव नंबर्स है मॉइल के। जीएसटी की बात करें तो जीएसटी इस महीने जो है ₹1.63 लाख पे निकल के आया है, जो थोड़ा सा डिसअपॉइंटिंग है। जितना एक्सपेक्टेड था उतना जीएसटी कलेक्शन नहीं हो पाया है। इसी के साथ आने वाले टाइम में जो है रिजल्ट सीजन शुरू हो रहा है, तो इसकी वजह से काफी सारी थिंग्स यहाँ पे चेंज होती दिख सकती है। कुछ आईटी कंपनीज जैसे टीसीएस और एचसीएल टेक, इनके रिजल्ट जल्दी ही जो है कंपनीज प्रेजेंट करेगी। कुछ और अपडेट्स की अगर बात करें तो पीवीआर आइनॉक्स जो है, इन्होंने 7 नए मल्टीप्लेक्सेस ओपन किए, मल्टीप्लेक्स स्क्रीन ओपन किए पंजाब में। ये उनके 125 स्क्रीन एक्सपेंशन का पार्ट है जो इस साल इन्होंने प्लान किया है। ओवरऑल ये काफी पॉजिटिव अपडेट है पीवीआर आइनॉक्स के लिए। फेडरल बैंक के नंबर्स की अगर बात करें तो बैंक की जो ग्रॉस एडवांसेस है वहाँ पे 20% का राइज देखने मिला है, टू रुपीज 1,95,973 crores compared to 1,63,958 crores जो सितंबर 2022 में देखने मिला था। ओवरऑल इनका जो क्रेडिट बुक है वो 22% से बड़ा है, एंड होलसेल क्रेडिट बुक जो है वो 17% से बड़ा है। डिपॉजिट्स की अगर बात करें तो डिपॉजिट्स जो है ₹2,32,871 करोड़ तक देखे गए हैं, जहाँ पे 23% की ग्रोथ देखने मिल रही है ईयर ऑन ईयर बेसिस पे। ओवरऑल काफी पॉजिटिव नंबर जो है कंपनी ने प्रेजेंट किया है। इंडसइंड बैंक के भी नंबर्स आए थे, जहाँ पे बैंक के जो नेट एडवांसेस है वहाँ पे 21% ईयर ऑन ईयर की ग्रोथ दिखाई दी है, जबकि क्वार्टर ऑन क्वार्टर बेसिस पे 5% की ग्रोथ दिखाई दी है, टू रुपीज 3,14,928 करोड़। डिपॉजिट्स में भी एक 14% ईयर ऑन ईयर का राइज देखने मिला है। रिटेल डिपॉजिट्स एंड डिपॉजिट्स फ्रॉम स्मॉल बिजनेस कस्टमर्स की अगर बात करें तो यहाँ पे ₹1,57,178 करोड़ का अमाउंट दिखाई दे रहा है। कासा रेशियो जो है यहाँ पे एक डिक्लाइन देखने मिला है टू 39.4% वर्सेस 39.9% ऑन ए क्वार्टर ऑन क्वार्टर बेसिस। ओवरऑल नंबर्स जो है वो काफी पॉजिटिव देखे गए इंडसइंड बैंक के। फाइनल अपडेट जो है वो है अल्ट्राटेक सीमेंट के ऊपर एक पॉजिटिव अपडेट है, जहाँ पे कंपनी ने अपने जो सेल्स है फॉर Q2 FY24 वो 26.69 मिलियंस पे रिकॉर्ड किए हैं, दैट इज 15.54% एज कम्पेयर टू FY 2023। ओवरऑल काफी हेल्दी नंबर्स यहाँ पे दिखाई दे रहे हैं। कंपनी जो है ये कॉन्स्टेंटली ट्राई कर रही है टू गेन मार्केट शेयर बाय द यूटिलाइजेशन फ्रॉम रिसेंट कैपेसिटी, जहाँ पे जो इंस्पाइट ऑफ मॉनसून नॉट प्लेइंग वेल, सेल्स वॉल्यूम जो है पॉजिटिव साइड पे दिखाई दे रहा है। हमारा करंटली एक होल्ड रेटिंग है अल्ट्राटेक सीमेंट पे विद टारगेट प्राइस ऑफ 8,837। इसी के साथ कुछ मार्केट अपडेट्स की अगर बात करें तो निफ्टी जो है एक वाइडर रेंज में ट्रेड कर रहा है फ्रॉम 19,200 टू 19,800। सो एक साइडवेज कंसोलिडेशन जो है कंटिन्यू करता हुआ दिख रहा है इंडेक्स में। बैंक निफ्टी की अगर बात करें तो बैंक निफ्टी भी एक रेंज बाउंड जो है स्ट्रक्चर दिखा रहा है, बट एट द सेम टाइम कुछ हाई वेटेज स्टॉक्स जैसे एचडीएफसी बैंक एंड कोटक बैंक ये थोड़े से अंडर परफॉर्म करते हुए दिख रहे हैं। तो अनलेस एंड अनटिल बैंक निफ्टी 45,000 को क्रॉस नहीं करता, यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा व्यू कॉशियस रहेगा, बट 45,000 लेवल के ऊपर एक शॉर्ट कवरिंग जो है इंडेक्स में एक्सपेक्ट की जा सकती है। कुछ सेक्टर्स जहाँ पे नजर रखी जा सकती है तो वो है रियल्टी एंड हेल्थ केयर, जिनके स्टॉक्स में एक पॉजिटिव आउटलुक रहेगा आज के सेशन में। एफआईएस और डीआईएस की अगर बात करें तो फ्राइडे के सेशन में एफआईएस ने 1685.70 करोड़ की सेलिंग की, जबकि डीआईएस ने 2751.49 करोड़ की बाइंग की थी। फ्यूचर्स डेटा पे नजर डालें तो कुछ स्टॉक्स जहाँ पे लॉन्ग बिल्डअप देखने मिला है वो है डेल्टा कॉप, इंडिया सीमेंट्स एंड सन टीवी, जबकि कुछ स्टॉक्स जहाँ पे शॉर्ट बिल्डअप देखने मिला है वो है नवीन फ्लोरिन, एलटीआई माइंट्री एंड श्री सीमेंट्स। So this was all from our end. Thank you for attending the morning con call. Have a good day.